students, myself Dr. RPS Chauhan, Professor Head Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at IMS Engineering College, Ghaziabad, affiliated to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical Institute, Lucknow. I am here to take the lecture of subject microprocessor and microcontroller. Today in my lecture I am going to discuss addressing modes and the significance of instruction set. Addressing mode of 8085 microprocessor is used to specify the address or the operand, that is whether the operand is specified with the instruction or the address of the operand which is either in source or whether the result is in destination. So, microprocessor perform operation on data with reference to the instruction. Each instruction provide information, operation to be performed, address of source where data is present, address of destination where result is required to store. So, in each instruction, whenever microprocessor decode the instruction, the processor will identify that what operation is required to perform, what is the address of the source from where the data is there, and after the execution of the instruction, the address address of the destination means where the result is required to store. So, these are the three information is obtained during the addressing modes of 8085 microprocessor. So, addressing mode is nothing but the method used to specify the source and destination address with instruction is called the addressing mode, means the method or the technique which is used to specify the address of source and destination with the help of the instruction is called the addressing mode. The term addressing mode refers to the way in which the address of operand or data is specified in instruction, means the address of the operand or the data is specified with instruction is nothing but the addressing mode. In 8085 microprocessor, we have different types of addressing modes. The first addressing mode is register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, immediate addressing mode and implicit addressing mode. So, these are the generally classification of the addressing mode in 8085 microprocessor. Let us see these addressing mode one by one. The first one is the register addressing mode. As its name indicates, the address of the operand or data is specified by the source register, that is why it is called register addressing mode. In register addressing mode, the address of operand or data is given by the source register, that is why it is called the register addressing mode. For example, if the instruction is move, here the destination register and the source register. So, processor when execute this instruction, it will copy the data from the source register to destination register, as source register is giving the address of the operand, that is why it is called the register addressing mode. The example, that is move a comma b. So, in this instruction B register acts as a source register, B register acts as a source register and the accumulator register is acts as a destination register. So, here when the processor will execute this instruction move a comma b, it will transfer the data or operand from the source register which is B register to the accumulator register which is the A register. So, here the address of the operand is given by the source register, that is why it is the example of register addressing mode. Next is the direct addressing mode, as its name indicates that the address of the operand is directly specified with the instruction. So, see here, this is the syntax of the instruction LDA 16-bit address. So, the address of the operand is directly specified with the instruction, that is why it is called direct addressing mode. So, in this example LDA F000 H is nothing but the 16-bit address of operand. So, this address is specified with the instruction LDA. So, whenever microprocessor will execute this instruction LDA, it will load the accumulator from the memory whose address is directly specified with the instruction. So, the address is F000H. Here in above example 16-bit address, that is F000H is directly specified in the instruction. The address of the memory is the address which is specified with the instruction, and the memory acts as a source. So, the source is in memory means the data is in memory and the address of this memory is directly specified. That is why it is the example of direct addressing mode. LDA is nothing but the operation code of the instruction. So, whenever microprocessor will execute this instruction, it will decode the operation code and it will understand that the processor is required to load the content of memory location which acts as a source into the accumulator. Indirect addressing mode. So, in indirect addressing mode, the address or operand is specified indirectly by the register pair. So, here we use the HL register pair. HL register pair is nothing but the 16-bit register. To specify the memory address, we need HL register pair. So, HL register pair is 16-bit which will hold the 16-bit address of the memory. The example of the indirect addressing mode is instruction move a comma m. Here the source is memory, and the address of memory is indirectly given by HL register pair. So, HL register will hold this address F100H. So, F100H is nothing but the address of the memory where the data is present. So, this address is indirectly given by HL register pair. That is why this instruction move a comma m is the example of indirect addressing mode. So, here we use register pair HL register pair to indirectly give the address of the memory where the data is present. In above instruction, source is a memory and HL register pair will hold the address of memory indirectly, and whenever microprocessor execute this instruction, it will transfer or copy the data from the memory to the accumulator. So, see here, this is the structure of the memory. The address of the memory location is given by HL register pair, which is nothing but F100H. At location F100H, the data is present. So, whenever microprocessor execute move a comma m instruction, it will copy the data from the memory location F100H pointed by HL register pair into the accumulator register. So, since here the address of the memory is indirectly given by HL register pair, that is why it is the example of indirect addressing mode. Next is the immediate addressing mode. So, as its name indicates, the data is present with the instruction, the processor will immediately transfer the data from the source to the destination. So, immediate addressing mode, that is the operand or data is specified in the instruction. So, the example of this immediate addressing mode, that is MVI destination comma source. Source is nothing but the 8-bit data which is specified with the instruction. If we see the example, that is MVI A comma 25H. So, the operation MVI A is nothing but the operation code of the instruction, that is called opcode, and this 25H is nothing but the 8-bit data. So, since the 8-bit data is specified with the instruction, that is why this is the example of immediate addressing mode. Whenever microprocessor execute this instruction MVA A comma 25H, it will immediately move this 8-bit data, that is 25H, into the accumulator. The source is 8-bit data and destination is accumulator. In this instruction required 2 bytes. So, the first byte is for the opcode. So, this is the first byte, that is MVI A, and second byte is for 8-bit data. So, MVI A comma 25 is nothing but the 2-byte instruction. First byte is operation code and second byte is the second byte for 8-bit data. Next is the implicit addressing mode. So, in implicit addressing mode, both source and destination are the accumulator, means the processor will perform the operation on the content of the accumulator. So, the content of the accumulator is nothing but the 8-bit data. The example of the implicit addressing mode CMA, it will complement the content of accumulator. Next is the RLC instruction, it will rotate the content of the accumulator towards left by 1 bit position without the carry flag, and the third instruction is, the third example is RAR, this instruction will rotate the content of accumulator towards right by 1 bit position with the carry flag. So, these are the example of the implicit addressing mode, where the processor will perform operation on the content of the accumulator, means the operand is in the content of operand is nothing but the content of the accumulator, and the processor will perform the operation on the content of accumulator. So, when the processor will perform the operation on the content of accumulator, this is the example of implicit addressing mode. So, in above instruction CMA, the processor will perform the complement operation if the content of accumulator A is equals to AAH. So, AAH is the data that is 1010 1010 in binary. So, after the operation CMA, the content of accumulator becomes, that is 55H, that is 01010101. So, this way the processor will complement the content of the accumulator, means it will invert the bit, corresponding bit of the accumulator. If it is 1, so it is inverted, so it becomes 0. So, if the content of accumulator is AAH, so the after the complement operation the content becomes 55H. Similarly, for this instruction RLC instruction, when microprocessor will execute this instruction, it will rotate the content of accumulator towards left without the carry flag. Suppose before the execution of the instruction, the content of accumulator A is equals to 45H, and if we execute instruction RLC and again RLC, if we execute instruction RLC 4 times, so the content of accumulator becomes A is equals to 54H. So, it will rotate the content of accumulator towards left by 1 bit position. During the execution of each RLC instruction, it will rotate the content of accumulator towards left by 1 bit position. If we use RLC instruction 4 times, it will rotate the lower, it will completely interchange the lower nibble with upper nibble and the upper nibble with lower nibble. So, the group of 4 bit is called the nibbles. So, right from D0 to D3 it is the lower nibble, and from D4 to D7 is the upper nibble. So, whenever we use this RLC instruction 4 times, so it will change the lower nibble with upper nibble and upper nibble with lower nibble. So, the processor will perform the operation on the content of accumulator, that is why it is the example of implicit addressing mode. The instruction set of 8085 microprocessor is the combination of the binary pattern, and instruction is represented by the combination of binary pattern. Bits of binary pattern represent the operation code of an instruction. So, the bits present in the operation code in the form of binary, that is in the form of 0 and 1, it will represent the operation code of an instruction. Operation code of an instruction is nothing but 1 byte. Generally, the operation code of an instruction is the 1 byte. So, whenever microprocessor perform any operation, it will first decode the operation code and it will understand that which operation is required to perform, what is the address of the source and what is the address of the destination, from where the processor is required to store the result of the operation. So, an instruction has 2 parts, first is the operation code and another is the operand or the data. So, here for example, the instruction is MVI A05H, MVI A comma 05H. So, in this instruction MVI A comma 05H, for this MVI A operation, the processor having the operation code. So, this is the part of the instruction which is called the opcode of the instruction, and this 05 is nothing but the 8 bit data. So, whenever microprocessor execute this instruction MVI A comma 05H, it will immediately copy the 05H, which is the 8 bit data, into the accumulator. A register will nothing but the accumulator register, and this data is specified in the instruction. So, processor will immediately copy the 05H into the accumulator. It is 2 byte long instruction. The first byte is the opcode and the second byte is nothing but the 8 bit data. What is opcode? The first part of every instruction indicate task to be performed. So, whenever microprocessor will decode the operation code, it will identify that which operation or which task is required to perform. So, for each and every instruction, the first part of the instruction is the operation code. To decode the operation code, the microprocessor will execute opcode fetch machine cycle. It will fetch the operation code from the memory. It will passes the operation code with the help of data bus into the instruction decoder register. The instruction decoder will decode the operation code and identify that which operation is required to perform, which registers are involved, and to execute the instruction, how much machine cycles are required to perform. And the operand is nothing but the second part of the instruction on which the operation to be performed. So, microprocessor will perform the operation on the operand or the data. So, the data is either in the memory or in the input output or input device. So, microprocessor will first fetch the data, first fetch the operation code from the memory and the data from the memory location, decode the operation code and perform the required operation on the operand, that is nothing but the data. So, this is nothing but the concept of the instruction. In 8085 microprocessor, each instruction is generally divided into two parts. The first part is always be the operation code, second part is the data, which is 8 bit or 16 bit. Instruction word length, and instruction is represented by binary form, that is in the form of 0 and 1, called machine language or the operation code. As we have different addressing modes for instruction, hence machine code is different for each instruction. So, as we have seen that the addressing mode in 8085 microprocessor, we have 5 addressing mode, that is register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode, immediate addressing mode and implicit addressing mode. The addressing mode will give the information of the address of the source and the destination. So, accordingly we have different combination of the binary pattern for the each for the instructions. The word length of instructions signifies how much memory is required to load an instruction. To load a 1 byte instruction, we required 1 memory location, because for 1 byte instruction the 1 byte instruction is normally the operation code, which is of 8 bit. The 2 byte long instruction, the 2 byte instruction having the operation code and the 8 bit data, and 3 byte long instruction is the operation code and the 16 bit data or 16 bit address. So, to load an instruction in the 1 byte instruction, it requires 1 memory location, 2 byte instruction required 2 memory location, and similarly the 3 byte instructions required 3 memory location. For example, instruction move a comma b add b, move a comma b add b and CMA instruction, it is a 1 byte instruction, because this instruction is having the opcode and the operand are in the source register, that is B register in case of move a comma b, and here the processor is required to perform the addition operation between the content of B register and A register, and in case of CMA the processor will perform the operation on the content of accumulator. So, the opcode of move a comma b is 78H, which is 1 byte. The opcode of instruction add b is 80H, which is again 1 byte, and the operation code of CMA is 25H. So, it is also 1 byte instruction. So, see here, to load this 1 byte instruction we required only 1 memory location, because it is a 1 byte instruction which is the operation code of instruction. So, the operation code 78H will indicate that the processor is required to perform the move a comma b operation. The operation code 80H will inform microprocessor to perform add b operation, and the operation code 2FH will indicate that the processor is required to perform the complement operation, the content of accumulator. So, this is the 1 byte long instruction. Second is 2 byte long instruction. In 2 byte long instruction, the first byte operation code, the first byte is the operation code and second byte is either 8 bit data or 8 bit port address. So, in 2 byte long instruction, the first byte is always with the operation code, the second byte is either 8 bit data or the 8 bit port address. So, the example of the 2 byte instruction MVI A comma 09H, MVI A comma 09H is nothing but the 2 byte instruction. So, in which MVI A 09H first byte is for the operation code, that is for MVI A, and the operation code for this MVI A instruction is 3EH, and the second byte is for 09H. So, for the instruction MVI A comma 09H. So, for MVI A instruction the operation code is 3E, so which is 1 byte instruction, 1 byte, and for this 8 bit data another byte, that is 09H, which is nothing but the data. So, for 1 byte and 1 byte, so it is a 2 byte instruction. In the instruction in A comma 08H, so in A comma 08H, in this instruction the instruction will have the operation code, that is DBH, and 08H is nothing but the port address, of the input port. So, whenever microprocessor will execute this instruction in 08H, it will input the input data from the input port which is having the address 08H. So, for the instruction in the operation code is DBH, and for this 08 the another byte is required. So, this is example of 2 byte instruction. Next instruction is out 05H. So, for this instruction out we have the operation code, that is D3H, and the 05H is nothing but the output port address. So, whenever microprocessor will execute this instruction, it will output the content of accumulator to the port address, that is 05H, where the output devices are connected. So, since these instructions are 2 bytes, so it requires 2 memory location. So, in 2 bytes instruction 2 memory locations are required. 3 byte instruction, the first byte is always with the operation code, second and third bytes are 16 bit data or 16 bit address. So, in 3 bytes instruction the first byte is for the operation code, the second and third byte is for the 16 bit data or 16 bit address. So, operand 1 is low order byte or address or data, and operand 2 is high order byte or high order byte of address or data. So, operand 1 and operand 2 is nothing but the low order bytes and the high order bytes of address and data respectively. For example of 3 bytes instruction, that is LDA 2500H. So, this is nothing but the 16 bit address of the memory location where the data is present, and STA F000H the address of the memory location, LXI H 3000H is nothing but the 16 bit data. So, with the help of this instruction we can identify that the instruction requires 3 bytes. The first byte is operation code, the second byte is the operand 1 is the low byte of address or data, and the operand 2 is the higher byte of address or data. So, this is the operation code for an instruction LDA, that is 3AH is the operation code, and the address specified with the instruction is 2500H. LXI H, here the HL register pair is used to hold the or load the 3000H, which is the 16 bit data. So, the operation code of LXI H instruction is 21H, and for ST instruction the operation code is 32H. So, these instruction requires 3 memory location because it is a 3 bytes long instruction. Operation code format. So, operation code of instruction will indicate that which operation is required to perform by the microprocessor, which registers are involved to execute the operation. So, the instructions are written in the form of binary pattern, which is nothing but the machine language in the form of 0 and 1. Operation code of instruction will give information about operation to be performed, registers or register pairs and memory used in an instruction. Operation code is unique for each and every instruction. So, for each and every instruction the operation code is unique, means we can say that the operation code of 2 instruction will never be same. This is the meaning of that. So, we have the unique operation code for each and every instruction. So, here the code of each register of the 8085 microprocessor, we know that in 8085 microprocessor we have the general purpose register, register B, register C, register D, register E, H and L. These are the general purpose register, which is the 6 general purpose register. If you want to perform 16 bit operation, we use the register pair. So, the register pairs in this 8085 microprocessor are BC register pair, DE register pair and HL register pair. So, whenever microprocessor uses the general purpose register during the operation, during the execution of instruction, so the code of each and every register are present in the form of binary pattern, which is in the form of 0 and 1. So, in 8085 microprocessor we have the different combination of the binary bits for each and every register. So, these are the example, these are the operation code of the registers, which is nothing but the general purpose register. For register B, we have the code that is 000. For register C, the code is 001. For register D, the code is 010, which is nothing but the binary combination. For register E, we have the code is 011, and for register H, we have the code 100, and register L, the code is 101. For memory, this M will indicate this is nothing but the memory. This is for memory. So, this M will indicate this is the memory. The code for this memory is 110. So, whenever we use instruction, suppose move A comma M. So, for this M, this operation, the code is nothing but 110, which is present in the form of the combination of 110. Similarly, for register A, that is accumulator register, we have the code that is 1111. So, these are the code used in the form of the binary pattern, that is in the form of 0 and 1 for the general purpose register, that is B, C, D, E, H, L register or memory and the accumulator. Similarly, in 8085 microprocessor, we have 3 register pair. These register pairs are BC register pair, then DE register pair, and HL register pair. So, these are the 3 register pair. To perform 16-bit operation, we use register pair. So, in 8085 microprocessor, generally these 3 register pairs are used: BC register pair, DE register pair, and HL register pair. So, whenever these register pairs comes into picture, whenever we use this register pair during the execution of instruction, or when these register pairs are used in instruction. So, the code for these register pair, for BC register pair, we have the binary code that is 00 for BC register pair. For DE register pair, we have the code that is 01, and for HL register pair, we have the code that is 10. And here the AF, which is called the program status word. So, program status word is nothing but it is a 16-bit register. Program status word, also called PSW. So, this PSW is the combination of accumulator plus flags of 8085 microprocessor. So, program status word is nothing but is the combination of the accumulator register, A register, which is 8-bit register, and flag register, which is also 8-bit register. So, this flag register will consist 5 flag, that is sign flag, 0 flag, auxiliary carry flag, parity flag, and the carry flag. When we combine this accumulator, that is 8-bit, and the 8-bit flag register, the PSW register comes into picture. This PSW register is 16-bit register. So, whenever we use this, the PSW register or the combination of accumulator and flag, the code for this accumulator and flag is 11. So, this is the code which is used in the combination of the binary, that is 0 and 1 for the microprocessor in the form of this code. So, whenever microprocessor will decode the operation code of each and every instruction, it will understand that the registers which are involved to execute this operation, that is nothing but the general purpose register, the register pairs of microprocessor, that is BC, DE, HL register pair, and the program status word register. So, today I will discuss the various addressing mode, the concept of instruction set, the codes which are used for the general purpose register, register pairs, and the program status word register. Thank you very much.